Stop. Before you watch any farther in this video, do not do these things while trying to take off your wiper blade. Don't smack it with a hammer. Don't pry on your wiper blades. They are not gonna come off. Instead, watch the rest of this video and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to take the wiper blades off your Volkswagen Jetta the right way, the safe way, and the way without cracking your windshield. Ask me how I know in the comment section and I'll tell you. So let's dive straight into it. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. All right, on this upload, I'm gonna show you guys how to swap a wiper motor. This is gonna be a really simple DIY, guys. All we gotta do here is we gotta get these two wiper blades off, this wiper blade and that wiper blade off. And to do that, we gotta get these caps off. Then we gotta pop this trim off right here, like that. Just throw that out of the way. And we gotta get this cowl off. Now, some people might say just bend it up out of the way, but we're not gonna do that. What's gonna end up happening is you're gonna break things. Along the way here, I'm gonna give you a few tips and tricks on how to get some pieces off that are a little tricky. Specifically, the wiper blade. So, let's dive straight into this week's DIY. All right, first things first is we need some light. Oh, and a battery. Before we get too far into this, guys, if the AI or the SEO or one of those fancy terms that the algorithm figures out to get you guys here, or you search that right term, consider subscribing to the channel. All we do around here is we work on Volkswagens, we work on building race cars, we work on rebuilding Audi engines, stuff along those lines. So if you find stuff like that fun or entertaining, consider subscribing. But for now, I'm not gonna ask you to like this until this video does the job that you came here to get done. So, keep watching. So to start with, there's a little tab right here. You'll see a little flat spot there. You want to get a small flathead screwdriver, and you should just be able to pop that cap right up off of there. Oh, don't lose it. Don't lose it. That one went down inside the engine. We got to get it. Hold on. There we go. And same thing over here. You're going to have another cap. Oh. Shoot. This is the problem with doing things one-handed. Crap. All right, we're gonna have to find that. That went down into the abyss. It's probably down inside that wheel liner. We can get that out, no big deal. Stuff like this happens. You know, this is part of the, let's do a DIY and work on our own stuff. All right, so these wiper blades, there's a 13mm nut up there. Gonna pop that loose. All right, guys, so here's the deal. There's this really cool tool you can pick up. It's a wiper arm removal tool. You can pick these up from AutoZone. You can order these on Amazon. I think they're like 25 bucks. I've had mine for like 8 years. Bought it from a Snap-on driver. Probably spent like 7 grand on it. Bad joke. On Amazon.com, you can get it for $12.99. Right there, boom, $12.99. I'll make sure to put a link in the description below. I'm probably gonna make that an Amazon affiliate link just so I can make my couple cents in the world. It also looks like you can get them at Advanced Auto Parts, like different versions of it. Just something to consider. I would not do that right there. That is, no, don't do that. That's bad, very bad. Wiper arm tool. And here's the reason why you want these. Like if you can picture a funnel, like you're filling up a milk jug, right? It's got a tapered edge to it. The problem here is that you have a non-ferrous and a ferrous metal kind of like together, and they're squeezed together and they're tight and they're being drug across the windshield, so you don't want them to slip on each other, right? Well, the two metals like to get this like corrosion layer between them sometimes, or they just are ridiculously tight. You can screw some stuff up if you try to like bang on them. You can end up breaking tabs. You can bend the wiper arm itself even, or you can break plastic. Like so many bad things could happen. Heck, you could accidentally crack your windshield. $12.99, it's a good investment. Buy one. If your friends ever need it, you can charge them $12.99 to rent it. That's just one tip along the way. So now that we know what type of tool we need to get this thing off, let's get your wiper blades off. So before we can get too far into this, guys, we got to move the wiper blades. Like we got to move the wiper arms to a place we can get to them, right? So the way we're going to do that here is we're going to turn the car on, let the wiper, and shut it off. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on in there. So I've got my nut loose, but not off. And we just want to loosen this guy, kind of hold it down, spin the middle piece to tighten our jaws around our arm. All right, and then you want to turn the center until you hear it go pop. Oh, come on. There we go. And there's your arm. And there you go, there's one arm off. The number one reason why you want to keep the nut on the top of there is so that when you're not screwing this bit right here where my thumb is into the top of that bolt. Ultimately, if you do that, you're gonna mushroom over that head right there, and you're never gonna be able to get your nut back on there. Then you're gonna be cussing, things are gonna be stripped out. These are the little things that make the job 10 times easier, guys, I promise, all right? It's just another one of those little tips and tricks I promised I would give you along the way. All right, now we got one off, let's get the other one off. Ha-ha! All right, guys, so obviously you see how well this thing works. It's hard to argue that this is not probably the best tool on the market to get wiper blades off with. I personally can say that I've broken a lot of wiper blade arms, and it's just not fun. It costs you more money, and as the person doing the repair, it costs me money, or if you're doing it, it costs you more money that you may or may not have. And here, you might just be trying to fix a wiper motor because you can't pass safety inspection, or I don't know, but wipers are a pretty big safety item. I'm not here to make you spend more money. I'm here to try to help you get through this stuff because none of this stuff is hard. Tools like this are the little things that make doing these jobs so much simpler, and it's the stuff that no one wants to tell you about. But I'm here to tell you this stuff exists. This ain't hard. So now that we got all that off, now we just gotta pop this cowl off. So this thing just, there you go. It's just gonna pull out of the window. There's a little seal right in there. The window is just gonna pop right up out of that. Then you get this out of here. Don't break your trim. There you go. All right, so the catch here is we still have to take all of this out. It's not difficult, of course, but we do gotta take it out. You got like a T30 here, a T30 over there, and a 10 mil down there. And then you need to unplug this plug. So to get these plugs out, guys, super easy. Push them in, then pull the tab, and they'll pop right off every single time. If you just, I'm just pulling the tab and pulling, it won't come off. Push it in, pull the tab, pops right off. Easy peasy. What's happening is you got to get over this little ledge right here, and if it's pulled taut against that, it can't unlock itself. And that's why people break them. If you get into a Volkswagen or an Audi and it's got a whole bunch of broken clips on it, that's why. Push in, pull the tab, pull it off. Comes right off. I'm gonna get some tools real quick and let's get this thing out of here. All right, now for the fun part here. All right, pop that side out, pop that side out. We should be able to winsel this out. However, you're gonna have a wiring harness little clip that's right down there. So at Harbor Freight, they make these little body panel tools. They work really well for popping those clips like that out of there. And now we just slide that up and out. All right, now that we got the wiper motor out, we can assess what we need here. So it looks like we got 3 more T30s and a 13 or maybe a 15 millimeter nut right there. All right, guys, so since 99% of you, probably not, like 70% of you are gonna click off this video at this point because you've already found the value in it that you needed to get to your wiper motor so you could replace it. If you found value in this video and you were able to do the job successfully without damaging or losing any parts down into the fender well, consider smashing that like button so other viewers just like yourself and other owners of Volkswagens can find content just like this. It helps the channel grow, guys. Ultimately, that's all I'm here to do, is to provide as much value and educate as many of you guys on how to do these simple tasks so that you can save a ton of money while owning and enjoying your Volkswagen. So if you want to see some more stuff like that, also consider subscribing and hit the notification bell. For those of you who learn a little bit different way, I'm going to go ahead, cut to a time lapse of the reverse install of how this goes back together. So let's get back into it. All right, no tools. Probably should have honestly tested this beforehand. Hey, we have working wipers. Success. All right, guys, well, that's where I'm gonna end this DIY. If you're new to the channel and all those fancy terms and AI things got you here, consider subscribing. This is all we do. I know I've already said this once, so I will see you guys in the next one. I'm Audi. Peace.